Everyone's talking about the #1 app on the App Store right now called DeepSeek that overtook ChatGPT. Today, we are going to create a mobile app without writing a single line of code. We're creating a DeepSeek wrapper. For the past 2 years, people have made millions of dollars creating ChatGPT wrappers. But today, you're going to be one of the first people to create a mobile app that uses DeepSeek. And I'm going to show you the easiest way to do this without writing a single line of code. Because the most useful apps that leverage this DeepSeek technology are going to be for specific use cases, tailored to your problem. And so that's where you come in. We've built this template for you to start from that uses DeepSeek. And so this step-by-step guide will walk you through the entire process of using Cursor, the best AI coding tool in the world, to fork our template to then create a customizable mobile app, one that you can tailor to your exact workflow and needs. And you don't need to know how to code. We're using natural language for all of this. We're going to show you all the tools that you need to get set up. We're going to show you how to add additional AI features. We're going to show you how to add additional APIs that will actually make your AIs more useful. And then we'll show you the next steps on how to take this project and turn it to a full mobile app on the App Store. My name is Riley Brown. I run a community called Software Composers. It's 100% free. We have about 10,000 people, and all we do is we just talk about building apps with AI tools. And so with that said, let's just dive straight into the video. So on your Mac, the first thing that you need to do is you need to go find Xcode. So you're just gonna go to your App Store on your Mac, type X, and we're just going to download Xcode right here. We need to download Xcode because we're actually gonna be using the iPhone simulator, which will allow us to simulate an iPhone experience directly on our computer, right on our screen. And so we're going to be using that as we develop the app that we're building today. Once Xcode is downloaded, you're just going to press open. And now we're going to press continue. Once you have Xcode open, what you're going to do is you're going to go up to Xcode. You're going to click settings. Now we're going to go to this components tab and we're going to go to iOS 18.2. We're going to hit get. So we're also going to download this right here and wait for that to finish. Okay, now that that's done, we're now going to go to cursor.com, and this is the best AI coding tool in the world by far. And what we're going to do is we're going to press download for Mac. Once you have this downloaded on your computer, it's going to look something like this, except you're not going to have this little toggle integrated terminal button right here. So in order to get this button, you need to download, you need to come over, you need to turn on the sidebar on the left, and you need to open up this little extensions button right here. And I want you to just type in terminal. And you are looking for Terminal for Visual Studio Code by Jun Han, and you're gonna download this as an extension. Now what you're gonna do is we're going to now open up a new cursor window. So right click on the bottom and hit new window. And we're going to create our project. This is where the app code is going to be stored. So we're going to click Open Project, and we're going to create a new folder. Do this somewhere where you're not accidentally going to delete it. For me, I'm going to do this in Documents. I'm going to hit New Folder, and I'm going to name this Deep Search. Yeah, doesn't really matter. You're going to hit Create Folder, and now we're going to hit Open. And since you've downloaded this terminal, you're going to open up this terminal. And you're going to open up a web browser real quick, and you're going to go to Bunch. You're going to copy this code right here. We're going to go back to Cursor, and we're just going to paste it into the terminal and press Enter. And this is going to download Bun, and when it says installed successfully to bun-/bin/bun, you are ready to go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to press Command I. As you can see here, this opens up Composer. And now we are ready to fork the template that we have created right here. So I'm going to type in, can you please fork this repo and run it? And then make sure that it's on agent mode. Now we're going to paste the link to the template. So here is the repo. And so we are just going to copy this link. And so this is the starting code for your app. So now we're going to go back to Cursor and we're going to paste that link right here. So it's, can you please fork this repo and run it? Make sure that it's on agent mode and it's Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and we're just going to press submit, and it's going to begin coding. So for me, I have it set on YOLO mode. So I don't have to approve these commands here. They just happen automatically. You might have to hit approve. If you want to put it on YOLO mode, you can go to settings, features. The YOLO mode is under features, and you'll find this enable YOLO mode, and you can turn that on. And as you can see here, it's doing all the work, setting up the app right here. And so we're just waiting for it to finish. Whenever it asks if you want to pop out the terminal, I normally do it. And so then you can actually see what's going on here. And the app is now being built for iOS. This process might take a few minutes. This needs to generate the native iOS project files, install CocoaPod dependencies, build the app, launch the iOS simulator. Oh, it popped up on my other monitor. Here we go. So we're in business. Here is our iPhone simulator popping up, still loading. All right, so it's done. And this is the project that we're working with. And you'll notice here that we got an error. And you'll notice that this error is coming from Clerk. And so Clerk is what we're using for authentication. So users will be able to sign in to the app that you create with their Gmail. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to go to the browser, and we're going to type in Clerk, and we're going to use Clerk for authentication, and this is free. And so I think you won't ever have to pay for this unless you get over like 1,000 users or 10,000 users or something like that. So we're going to create an account, and I'm just going to create an account with one of my emails. And what we're looking for is an API token. But we're just going to have to fill out this information. I'm just going to say blah and create application. Here's the application name. Here we are looking for an API token. And so once we're on this page, after we've created a project on Clerk, we're going to go to Expo, and what we're going to do is we're going to come down to set your Clerk API keys. So you're going to copy this right here, and all you care about is this .env tab right here where it says Expo public Clerk publishable key equals, and then you want the key that comes right after that. We are going to go to cursor, and you'll notice you have a .env file right here. We're going to paste that key, everything that came after this part right here, you're just going to paste that right here. And I'm going to do that off camera. I don't want to expose my API key. So I just pasted my API key right there. Make sure you save. So Command S after to save it. And now what we need to do is we need to go back into cursor, and we need to say, I got an error, and we're going to go back to, we're going to open up the simulator. I got an error from Clerk. I've put the API key in the dot file. Restart the app now that I've done that. All right. It has loaded back up. This is our starting app, and we can actually hit continue with Google. We're going to hit continue. We are going to hit Riley@create.inc or whatever email you use to sign in, and we're going to log in. Now here, it gives us the opportunity to put in our API token. And so what we're going to do here is we're now going to go to DeepSeek, and we're going to type in deepseek.com, and we're going to see at the top right API platform. We're going to click on that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go up to API keys, and we're going to hit create new API key. And this is deeper seeker. And we're going to hit create API key. So I copied that key, and I'm going to paste it right here. And then you're going to hit save API key. That will actually save that key to your simulator. If you were doing this on your phone, it would actually save it on your phone, and you wouldn't have to enter it in every time you open the simulator. So I'm going to go ahead and paste that. But again, I'm going to do it off camera to keep it private. Keep your API keys private. And after you press save, it will open up this screen right here. So you can click on model. For now, let's start off on DeepSeek chat. We can now type into this message. We can say, tell me about how to train an LLM. If you want to see how it would look like on a phone with the keyboard, press Command K, and that opens up the keyboard like this. Tell me, and then we can say with $5.5 million. Now let's go ahead and run this. There you go. We now have DeepSeek Chat. This isn't the reasoning model. We have DeepSeek Chat up and running, and it has perfect markdown format. You see that right there. We have good headings, and you can actually change this app. Instead of it being a GPT wrapper, we now have a DeepSeek Chat wrapper. At the time of making this video, DeepSeek is at the absolute peak in terms of popularity. DeepSeek has single-handedly collapsed NVIDIA and their stock price, and everyone in the world is talking about DeepSeek right now. And because of this, their API is actually down. And their chat API works. Their R1, their new reasoning model, doesn't work. But by the time you see this, it will likely work, and you will be able to use the reasoning feature, this reasoner feature. Right now, it doesn't work. So we're going to build the app right now with the chat. We're going to format the app to match our own use case, and then we'll just hope in the future that the DeepSeek reasoner will work. It's just right now that it's really struggling and it is limiting API usage. So far in the app, we can chat, and if we press these three dots up here, we can actually see our previous chats, right? We can see all of our chats, and this is stored on the phone or on your simulator. And what we can do is we can press new chat, and let's go ahead and edit the outlook of this page. And so all we need to do is just say, where it says, "Hi, I'm Deeper Seeker," can you please have it say, "Hello, I'm Content Composer." And I'm going to actually build a Perplexity for content creation. And so I'm going to have subtitle below, subtitle, and let's go ahead and also change the icon to match the vibe of the new app I'm creating based on the title I just said. And we're just going to run this in the agent, and we're going to let it go to work. As you can see here, it searched the code base, finding other relevant files, and boom, it changed the icon. Now it should change this enter button. However, I just realized we're actually creating the Perplexity, but instead of searching the web, it's going to search YouTube. So we're going to build the Perplexity for YouTube. And so change everything to red, the same color as YouTube. Then please change the icon to the U icon. I typed it into the app, which we should not do. We need to type it into cursor, and we'll paste that in. Make the text black, keep icon as is. And remember, you can also use this search feature up here, and we can just type in hello, and we can click on this right here, and we can actually find where it is in the text. So we have logo YouTube, and I'm going to change the name of this to Plexitube, because it's the YouTube, and we're going to type in the Perplexity of YouTube, and we're going to hit Command S. Okay, I like where this is going. This is feeling good. Okay, now we're going to add some additional AI features. So if you want to follow along with me, I've used the SupaData API before, and if we go to SupaData, what SupaData does is if you feed it a YouTube video link, it gives you back the full transcript of that video. And so I want users to be able to ask a question to the app, and then it's going to basically find the right YouTube video, find the link, send it to SupaData, and then feed it back a response generated by AI based on the transcript of that video. What I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to just have the user input a link. It's going to take that exact YouTube video link and summarize it, and then we can build the search feature after. So I'm going to go ahead and hit sign in here, and I'm going to grab my API key that I've already created. So I can go to my subscriptions, and we can hit on this mega one right here, and we can go to this access keys. All right, so I copied that key, but we also need to get the documentation. So I'm going to get getting started. I'm going to copy the link on the getting started page. If you want to use an API, right? If you wanted to use OpenAI's API, if you want to use Replicate, if you want to add AI images to your iOS app, which I encourage you to try all the different things that your brain comes up with, you need to go and get documentation. This is basically instructions on how your code needs to look in order to access this tool along with your API token. And so in Cursor, you actually don't need to copy all of the page. You can just copy the link, and Cursor will actually scrape the page and get the information directly from it. So we can go back to Cursor right here, and we're gonna just paste in this SUPA data getting started, and we're also gonna paste in the YouTube transcript, and I'm gonna copy in this information right here, and we're gonna paste that in. And then I'm going to say what I want. I want you to allow the user to paste in a YouTube transcript. If they just paste in a YouTube transcript, I want you to use the SUPA data API that I will give you all the information right here to do, to search get the transcript and then use the AI models that they've selected and summarize that YouTube transcript. And so adjust the prompts accordingly, keep everything the same. All that you're doing is adding an intermediate step that searches, pulls the transcript, and enters it into the prompt that the user puts in, and adjust the prompt so that they are summarizing whatever they are getting according to the user's question. And so, yeah, and now here is my API token, and I'm actually going to paste it right here in the chat, and it will put it in the right place. So it is now generating the code. I'm blocking the API key, but it looks like it's doing the correct thing. It looks like it's setting up everything correctly. We'll see how this does. Okay, now that that's done, we can press accept all. Let's go ahead and open the simulator. And so what we can do is we're actually just going to paste in a YouTube video. So let's go to YouTube. We're going to type in YouTube. And let's just get a shorter video for now. Let's go ahead and let's get this video right here.
Last week, Chinese.
We can open this up. Let's go back to the cursor here. And we are now going to paste in this YouTube transcript. And I'm just going to say summarize. And we're going to run this. Error, failed to fetch YouTube transcript. That's okay, you're going to deal with errors. We're going to screenshot this. And we're just going to throw it in here. I got this error. Let me try one thing before we submit this. What happens if we just paste in this YouTube transcript? Okay, we still get the error. Maybe let's separate the fields and put an add link button that lets the user paste in a link instead of making it all in one field. Let's see, I have no idea, but it looks like they put it up here. Okay, so let's go ahead and paste this guy in here. If we hit search, it looks like it's running. Does it loaded? Is it loaded? There it is. Transcript loaded. All right, in 5 sentences, tell me about this video. Video, man. Nice, nice. This video discusses how Chinese company DeepSeek is disrupted. Okay, so we got this summary working. Now we need to add an intermediate step. And we're going to be using another API for this. We're going to be using the API. So let's go ahead. We're going to go right here. We're going to go to SERP API. And we are going to go here. We're going to sign in. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to allow us to do a YouTube search API. So we're going to type in, so we need to find the video results. So yeah, so we're going to type in what we want to have happen here. This is the API we're going to want to use. So we're going to copy this and we're going to go back to cursor. I'm going to say, okay, now I want to have an intermediate step here. The user is now going to ask a question, and you are going to put that, you're going to take their question, enter it into the SERP API, and you are going to be using the YouTube results API for that. So you're going to find the videos that you're going to basically load videos based on their input query. Then you are going to look the first 3 results. You're going to pull the transcripts and answer their question based on those transcripts. So you're going to pull all 3 in, and you're going to have a first search step. So the first step is you're going to search, and then you're going to pull all 3 transcripts using the SupaData API that we just set up. We have the working SupaData API set up for entering links directly. I want to keep that feature, but if the user just asks a question, you're going to have an intermediate search step where you're going to search YouTube, and you're going to take the first 3 results. You are going to display them on the screen or some sort of display verification that you were able to pull the right videos, and then you are going to use the DeepSeek API to search through those and then give a response. In this, you're also going to be able to pull the channel name, and I want those to be included. Use the AI prompt, change it so that you mention in the video like what video said what. So your summary should include the video names. Okay, now here is documentation. Here's the SERP API. Now we need to get our API key, and we can do that by signing in. Here's the API key. I will change this later. Here is the API key. Paste that in. Okay. Okay, so let's give this a test. So my last video was on DeepSeek. So let's say DeepSeek is AI done. Because of DeepSeek, Riley Brown said that. So we can go like this, and let's see, searching YouTube videos. Okay, so it looks like 2 of them failed, and it's actually just pulling in 1 transcript, and now it failed. Let's try that again. Okay, so it looks like it's only loading 1 of the transcripts. Okay, and this is an accurate summary of my last video. So we're actually on the right track. So I'm going to bring in both of those previous transcripts here. It's only pulling in 1 transcript. So I want the search feature to last until all transcripts are pulled in. I want you to append them all together. We can adjust that later. All right, let's see if that works. Let's just type in DeepSeek. So we're still running into problems with the DeepSeek API. So I really quickly just brought in the Gemini 1.5 Pro, so Google's model that has a large context window as the default, while they figure out their API things. Like, I've never seen an AI product go this viral as DeepSeek, so their servers are basically under just attack right now. We've basically replaced it with Gemini 1.5, and all right, let's give Gemini another try here. Let's go ahead and just type in DeepSeek news open AI done. Let's see if it pulls my video from YouTube. Let's see, YouTube transcript 1, why everyone in AI is freaking out. Failed to load transcript, darn it. Okay, it got 2 of the transcripts. Wow, that was actually really fast. Gemini's real fast for this one. Okay. DeepSeek's impact, OpenAI's position, DeepSeek, NVIDIA. Let's search this up again. So it's searching the YouTube videos. It is going to pull some transcripts here. Okay. Okay, nice, nice. All right, generating a response. This is actually pretty fast using Gemini. And boom. Okay, so big tech in panic mode. Did DeepSeek pop the AI bubble? This video discusses the release of DeepSeek, blah, 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 blah. NVIDIA, okay, answer to your question. Wow, wait, actually, this is actually a pretty good response. Link to referenced videos, that's pretty cool, actually. That worked pretty well. Let's see if we can do a follow-up question. Tell me more about how OpenAI will be affected by this. There's no way it's going to be able to, like, what is it even going to pull in from here? Okay, OpenAI's operator. Yeah, it's just taking in my transcript, but at least we can do another question immediately after. We could do the Perplexity automatic questions that they have right after, but I'm not going to do that right now. But this is working. All right, this is actually pretty cool. NVIDIA's stock prices. I'm just gonna look at the top of the screen here. See that loading indicator at the top? I want that to no longer be a thing. I want that gone completely. At the very top right of the screen, it has that loading indicator. Done. Please done. Get it out. Get it out. I've asked you to do it before and you didn't. So fucking get it together and get it out of there. I don't want it. Also, make the loading indicators just like make them just like a little bit cleaner. Change no functionality, but your loading indicators are ugly. I don't like the spinny circles. I want something cleaner, something more relaxing and subtle. Make the transcript 1, transcript 2, transcript 3 text very light gray and have a little bit more pizzazz. Pizzazz. And so again, we have all our chats right here. We have Perplexitube. Okay, hopefully it got rid of that. We were changing some of the styles. All right, I think this might be the one. I think this might be the one that completes the Perplexitube experience, the perplexity of YouTube. So I'm going to type in Riley Brown DeepSeek info. And we're going to just enter that in. Finding relevant videos, that's looking a lot better. We have transcript 1 loaded. I built a DeepSeek search engine. I did. That's one of my YouTube videos. The next one should be OpenAI is done. There we go. And I actually don't know if I've talked about DeepSeek in another one, so we'll see which one it pulls. We'll see. Okay. Maybe it pulled a different DeepSeek video. So now it's thinking. And boom, we created Perplexitube. So it summarizes each video and then answers your question. Riley Brown DeepSeek video. Riley Brown features DeepSeek prominently of 2 provided videos. I built a DeepSeek search engine without writing a single line of code, and OpenAI is done. In the first video, Riley Brown uses DeepSeek Reasoner model as a core of a speech engine that I use a cursor. He states, 2 hours, I created a Perplexity clone that is specific for my use case, and it's actually good as Perplexity for what I'm trying to do. And we're using DeepSeek. And this demonstrates his belief that DeepSeek's capabilities and its potential to rival established players like Perplexity. Wow, this is really good. And it gives links. So I could, in theory, click on this, and it would take us directly to the video. That's incredible. I love it. And that's Perplexitube.